mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Big things are happening. As promised, VoLTE is here. VoLTE is Voice over LTE, which basically means clearer calls, faster data, and better connections, and upgraded tech for all of our customers. Stay tuned for more updates. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection. Quality mobile phone service in Oklahoma is a necessity, not a preference. Bravado Wireless provides nationwide cell phone coverage for a fraction of the price of national carriers. That's why we've been able to service Oklahomans for almost 100 years and counting. Visit bravadowireless.com to find your local store and make the switch today.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
If you haven't heard, we're moving to 5G and shutting down our 3G network. But don't worry, this is a good thing. What you can expect out of this conversion: less dropped calls, crystal clear calls, faster data, and voice and data simultaneously. Unfortunately, some older phones will need to be upgraded to a newer device capable of an eSIM. Contact your local Bravado Wireless store to find out if your device needs to be upgraded or not. And make sure you're following Bravado Wireless on social to stay in the know of our conversion dates. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome to our final game for the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. This is championship game here Saturday evening at Carl Odell Park, Fort Gibson High School. Fort Gibson will be taking on the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. So it'll be the Tigers and the Black Diamonds in the finals for the shootout. Both teams come in with a 3-0 record for the tournament. Sallisaw comes in after beating Berry Hill, Verdigris, and then Sperry 9-1 last night. Fort Gibson comes in after beating Sperry 13-3, Oaktahall 13-10, and Sky took 14-4.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 9, Braxton Lamb.
Starting off on the mound for the Fort Gibson Tigers will be Wyatt Pierce. Behind the plate is Levi Hayworth.
Batting seventh, right fielder, number 11, Charlie Martin.
Starting off Sallisaw will be Brody Cameron.
First baseman, number 13,
Left fielder, Cole Stevens will follow him up.
Second baseman,
Center
number
fielder
9,
and Creed
number
Nelson.
2, Grayson
Pitcher
Marshall.
today for Sallisaw will be your third batter to start out the game. Quite a contrast compared to the last two games. Thursday, we had overcast and rain and lightning, which led to a delay, and finally got the last game started 2 hours behind schedule. And then Friday, we had temperatures in the 80s and anywhere between 25 and 50 mile an hour gusts of wind, which led to not only power outages in the Fort Gibson area, but some broken power lines behind the stadium. We never lost power here, but it did block one of the major thoroughfares behind the stadium. Also ripped off some of the signs off the fence behind the complex. So right now we have no wind. We had winds earlier today. Right now we have no wind, calm and sunny conditions. Right now the temperature sets at 63 degrees. And the first pitch to Brody Cameron is a ball. Second pitch will be a strike. So we've evened up. Wyatt Pierce on the mound for the Tigers has a 1-1 count on Cameron. Outside, 2-1 the pitch. Both teams have gone through most of their pitching staff, so we'll see how this game goes. 3-1 now the count on Cameron. And the Black Diamonds will begin the game with a base on balls by Cameron. That will bring up Cole Stevens up to the plate. Stevens playing center field, wearing jersey number 8 for the Black Diamonds. Showed bunt, doesn't go. Levi pumps down Levi Hayworth. Pumped to throw the runner out, but did not throw it. Shows bunt once again. This one will be called strike. Pitch outside, 2-1 the count on Stevens. Creed Nelson is on deck for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. And strike 2, 2 for 2. 2-2 now the count. Runner going. Hayworth trying to throw him out and will not get there as it bounces off of Cameron as he slides into second. And that was a third strike, so that would be a strikeout on Stevens.
1 out. Runner on second. That is the pitcher, Creed Nelson, swinging on deck.
Creed Nelson at the bat. He's a pitcher for the Black Diamonds. He fouls this one off back into the screen. On deck is Brock Stevenson. Oh, I'm sorry, Brock Stroon. Runner going, foul ball. That's Brody Cameron on second. That was on the move. 0-2. The count. Pitch will be high inside on Nelson. 1-2 now the count. Slaps at it. Shortstop will gobble it up. Mahaney throws him out at first, and Rouse will stare down Cameron on third. So Nelson, a ground out to shortstop Mahaney.
2 outs.
That'll bring 2 outs and bring up Brock Stern.
Batter is now third baseman Brock Stroon.
Stroon is a ball player and will put the ball in play. He has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Inside pitch. And let's see how Pierce pitches him. Absolutely no wind right now, which is just amazing considering the wind we've had the last 3 days. And that will be strike. Even earlier this afternoon, we were having 12 to 15 mile an hour winds, and they were blowing out of the north. Going to be a ground ball to third base. Scooped up and got him. So Stroon will ground out to third. Be out number 3. No runs for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds for the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Coming up is Pierce, Mahaney, and Rouse for the Fort Gibson Tigers. We'll be right back after these messages from Bravado Wireless.
Should have been here. Yeah, he broke the school record. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw it. It was amazing.
What do you mean? How did you see it?
It's on Bravado TV.
Let Bravado Wireless keep you connected with unlimited home internet plans starting at just $49.99 per month. Restrictions apply. See store for details. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back. Championship game of the shootout. On the mound for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds will be Creed Nelson. Catching is Braxton Lamb. Up first to bat for the Fort Gibson Tigers is Wyatt Pierce. Pierce is pitching today for the Tigers.
Leading off the Tigers is the pitcher, Wyatt Pierce. Mahaney on deck.
First pitch in the dirt to Pierce. Pierce will put the bat on this one down the first baseline, and it will go foul up against the chain link fence. 1-1 the count on Pierce. Pitch outside, 2-1 now the count on Pierce. As I said earlier, Fort Gibson got here by a 13-3 win over Sperry, a 13-10 win over Oktahal, and a 14-4 win over Skytook. This one will be fouled off out of play as well. 2-2 evened up at the count, on the count. This one fouled off out of play. Puts this one in play. A hopper to the shortstop. Shortstop gobbles it up, and the ball went over the fence, so that will be a double for Wyatt Pierce on a throwing error by the shortstop. So Wyatt Pierce will get second base.
Reaches first on the error.
That brings up shortstop Cole Mahaney.
We have a runner at second, no outs. The batter is shortstop Cole Mahaney. Ralph's on deck.
Mahaney shows bunt, pulls it back. First pitch will go down as a ball. Lamb is going to go out and speak with Nelson briefly. And he'll show bunt again, pulls it back. This one would be called strike as the infield converges. And tried to bunt once again. Be strike number 2, so Mahaney has to make a decision on this next one if he can lay down a bunt on the third strike. And he'll try to put this one into play. Fouls back against the screen right in front of us. Sallisaw didn't say this is in orange. Fort Gibson's in all white. Got him looking. So Cole Mahaney will go have a seat. That'll be Creed Nelson's first strikeout.
That'll
That'll bring up Weston Rouse playing first base today for the Fort Gibson Tigers, wearing jersey number 23. Rouse, a left-handed hitter, gets underneath this one. It'll be a high fly ball to center field. Center fielder will have it. Pierce will tag up and slide into second safely, or slide into third safely.
Don't worry. Daddy's home.
Gannon Sherrill up to bat, who took 1 yard against Sperry for a grand slam.
Batter's third baseman, Gannon Sherrill. Talbert on deck.
Sherrill wearing jersey number 1 and playing third base for the Tigers. Pitches outside to Sherrill. Outside once again. Three 3-0. Gannon Sherrill ahead of the count. Pitches outside. Runner will stay on third, and Gannon Sherrill will take a base on balls. Take a trip down to first. That brings up Nick Tolbert. Tolbert also has a home run this weekend against Sperry and has a home run against Oakdale, so he has 2 home runs. And as I wasn't even paying attention, it looks like Gannon Sherrill tried to steal second and was picked off. So, unfortunate situation by the Tigers. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the second. It'll be Lamb, Weispotter, and Martin coming up for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Folks, stick around. More action to come right here on Bravado Wireless.
Wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Plans backed by the golden rule, treating customers like neighbors. No fine print and no bait and switch. Now that's a bold move. Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to action. Coming up to bat is Braxton Lamb, catcher for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, wearing jersey number 9. This will be Lamb's first appearance at the plate today. Pitching for the Tigers is Wyatt Pierce. We have a 0-0 game heading into the top of the second inning. Pitch is outside. That one got the attention of him. 1-1 now the count on Braxton Lamb. Two and one now the count. Foul ball down third base into the dugout. 2-2 now the count, evened up. Sallisaw got here by beating Sperry yesterday 9-1, and Berry Hill and Verdigris on Thursday. Pitch was high. Three balls, two strikes. And ball number 4 as Lamb take a base on balls and take a trip down to first base. That'll bring up Tristan Weiss-Potter.
Base on balls for Lamb.
Weiss-Potter playing shortstop today for the Black Diamonds and wearing jersey number 4.
We have a pinch runner, Parker Pratt coming in. Run for the catcher on first base. Batter's now shortstop, Tristan Weiss-Potter. Martin on deck.
Pierce checks his signals. And umpire will call time. Actually, it was the batter, Weiss-Potter, that called time. Pierce trying to get Hayworth over on first base. Now Pierce again gets settled. Checks his runner, looks at Hayworth for the signs. Runner going. Hayworth's throw is late and unable to get Lamb moving to second. Pierce delivers. Runner going, going to try to get him at third and still not able to get him. Lamb has got some speed on him. 1-1 to count. Hayworth unable to get Lamb still in second or third. Lamb has got some speed. Strike number 2 on Weiss-Potter. So Weiss-Potter is behind on the count 1-2. He has to play a little bit of defense here. This one will be popped up out of play. Right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to look down the lead runner and will tag him out as he tracked down Lamb. And the Tigers got that thorn out of their paw, but that would allow Weiss-Potter to first. That'll be out number 1. So a smart decision there by Pierce.
1 out. Weiss-Potter goes first on the fielder's choice.
And Coach Sherrill coming out to check on Pierce. I don't know if he thought maybe he twisted his ankle or something.
Warner on deck.
One out. The Black Diamonds had a runner in scoring position, but he got caught and hung out to dry. Now up to bat is Charlie Martin. Martin, your right fielder for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. A pickoff trying to get Weiss-Potter, and that was awful close, but they say they didn't get him. Again, trying to get Weiss-Potter on first base. Pop up out of play. Martin will have one strike on him. Pierce checks the runner again. Pierce really wants to try to keep Weiss-Potter on first base. 1-1 now the count. Strike number 2. Again, Pierce checks Weiss-Potter on first base, trying to keep him close. Weiss-Potter not able to get a big lead. Runner going, and a foul ball over into the fence. Pierce again trying to get Weiss-Potter. One ball, 2 strikes on Martin. We're still in the top of the second inning. No score either team. High pitch. 2-2 now the count on Martin. Pitch high, 3-2 now the count. And trying to get Weiss-Potter, a bad throw by Pierce. Weiss-Potter will advance to second. And Pierce very concerned with Weiss-Potter, throws the ball away. Weiss-Potter advances to second now. And that gets Sallisaw out of a force opportunity. High pitch, and that will send Martin down to first base. Now, Sallisaw will have runners on first and second. That brings up Caden Warner. Warner playing first base.
Martin Marshall on deck.
And that will bring a conference to the mound from Coach Jim Sherrill. Sherrill having a conference with pitcher Wyatt Pierce. Trying to get the Tigers back on track here. So they haven't called for a change yet. They're just having a chat with Pierce and Hayworth. Trying to get the Tigers defense straightened out. Pierce will stay on the mound. Caden Warner at bat, wearing number 13, and he plays this game at first base for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. First pitch will be a swing and a miss strike. And looks like they were going to have the pickoff on Wise Potter, but Pierce and second baseman Nick Tolbert unable to connect. Puts this one back into play, back to the pitcher, looks off the runner from third and able to get Warner out at first for out number 2.
Two outs, runners on second and third.
So now runners
That is
on
the second baseman, Grayson Marshall.
second and
Cameron on
third.
deck.
Grayson Marshall is up to bat. This is his first appearance to the plate. Marshall playing second base for the Black Diamonds. First pitch is a strike. He's wearing jersey number 2. Shot to second base, and Tigers look like they could be out of this, and they do. Tigers get out of it after a ground out to second base. A little bit of scariness there, but the Tigers escape, and the Black Diamonds unable to capitalize on runners on base. Now we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. That'll be Tolbert, Abshire, and Garrett coming up. We'll be right back after these messages from Bravado Wireless.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big, go bold, go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless, we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to the championship game Saturday evening. Nick Tolbert will be up for his first plate appearance for the Fort Gibson Tigers. Score tied 0-0. We're at the bottom of the second inning.
Second baseman Nick Tolbert, Abshire on deck.
And 2 of the 3 games so far in this tournament, Tolbert has hit a home run. First pitch is outside. Fouls this one off. 1-1 now the count. This one, nice stroke. It's got a chance. And off the wall. So Tolbert, if we would have had some wind, would have been gone. but instead he has a stand-up double.
Double for Tolbert. Runner on second base with no outs. Batter is now
That'll
right
bring up
fielder,
number
Ashton
number
on
3,
deck.
Ashton Abshire. He's playing in the 9 position, which is right field. Abshire's first appearance at the plate today. Shot right to third base. And he will get thrown out. Tolbert will not be able to advance. That'll be out number 1 as he grounds out to third. Brings up Carl Garrett, wearing number 20, playing right field. Excuse me, playing left field. Abshire was playing right field. Garrett is playing left field. Shows bunt and fouls it back towards the backstop. Shows bunt again. It'll be strike number 2. And it looked like Garrett pulled the bat back just a hair when the ball was coming in. Puts this one into play right in the gap. Second baseman does come up with it. Throw to home. Safe as Nick Tolbert comes sliding into home. Carl Garrett will get a RBI single. This brings up Alex Chapman, designated hitter today for the Tigers, wearing jersey number 3.
Batters is designated hitter, Alex Chapman. Branch on deck.
Nelson makes the throw over to first to keep Garrett in check. Chapman showed bunt, pulls it back, high pitch, be a ball. Chapman attempts to bunt, fouls it off back towards the backstop. Chapman show bunt. Ball was high, and ball was overthrown to first base. Carl Garrett was on his stomach, unable to recover and make the run towards second. 2-1 to count on Chapman. So there is concern with Garrett on first as Pierce was earlier with some of the runners for Sallisaw. But Garrett is taking a huge lead over on first. Chapman has a 3-1 count on him. Chapman show bunt, pulls it back, and will get called for a strike. 3-2 now the count. Puts this one into play. And center fielder comes up and makes the play as Chapman will fly out to center field for the second out of this inning. Coming up to bat is center fielder Hunter Branch, wearing jersey number 10. It'll be his first plate appearance for the game. On deck is Pierce. On first is Carl Garrett. Hunter Branch pops this one up. Center fielder calls for it and has it. So back-to-back fly balls to the center fielder, and that will be it for the Tigers. They do score one run, take the lead, heading to the top of the third. And then coming up, it will be Cameron, Stevens, and Nelson. Stick around, folks. More action to come here at Bravado Wireless.
We don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Plans backed by the golden rule, treating customers like neighbors. No fine print and no bait and switch. Now that's a bold move. Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to the championship game. Championship Saturday here in the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. We have the Fort Gibson Tigers taking on the Sallisaw Black Diamonds here at Carr Odell Park, Fort Gibson High School. Fort Gibson, America. On the mound for the Tigers is Wyatt Pierce. Up to bat is Brody Cameron. For the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, first pitch is fouled off. Foul ball again, this time over by the dugout. This one will be a dribbler to third base. Coming up, throwing, and did not get there in time. So Cameron able to run out a dribbler to third.
Which one on first base, no out. Batter is the center fielder, Cole Stevens. Nelson on deck.
Going to bring up Cole Stevens. Last time up, Cole Stevens struck out for the Black Diamonds. Stevens playing center field for the Black Diamonds. One and one to count now on Stevens. Runner on first. So a little confusion here. So So what they're discussing is, the ball was fouled up, and if it does go above and doesn't go directly to the glove, it is considered a out. And they're saying the runner cannot advance on that because there was interference by the batter as the catcher came up to make a play. So if the umpire calls it a foul ball, then the runner has to go back to first base. So we'll see what happens here because there's a runner on first, or a runner on second. Well, let's see what the umpires are going to decide here. So if it is a foul ball, the runner is not allowed to advance. Okay, so they did call a foul ball. Runner has to go back to first. So the count will be 1-2 when they resume play here. Should be 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The umpire's showing 1-1, but there's been 3 pitches. There's been 3 pitches, so there has to be. All right, now we got it straight. One ball, 2 strike. And it'll be strike number 3, and batter will be out swinging. And so Stevens will strike out for the second time in the game. That will bring up Creed Nelson, who on Nelson's first trip to the plate, he ground out to the shortstop. One out. Runner on first is Brody Cameron. At the plate is Creed Nelson, number 7, who's pitching for the Black Diamonds. That's one ball high. Pitch high once again. Runner going, shot to shortstop, unable to handle it for the double play, but does get him out at 1. So Creed Nelson will ground out to the shortstop for out number 2. That will advance Cameron to second as Mahaney was unable to roll it up for 2.
Runner moves to second base. Batters now
That'll bring up Brock
third baseman,
Stroon.
Brock Stroon.
Stroon, a hitter. He ground out last time to third base. So 2 outs, runner on second. First pitch is a strike. Drive right back up the gut. Mahaney unable to get it. Center fielder Branch comes up with it.
Single by Stroon puts runners on first and third.
Stroon with
2
a
outs.
single.
Batters
Now
second,
Sallisaw has runners
Braxton
on the
Lamb.
corners.
Wise
That'll
Fowler
bring
on
up
deck.
Braxton Lamb. Last time up, Lamb had a base on balls, but was thrown out trying to steal home. Runner goes. Hayworth pumps but does not throw it as Stroon will move into second. Pitch down the throat. Oh, 0-2 the count. And strike 3, and that will be strikeout number 3 for Wyatt Pierce. Strikeout the side. Tigers once again stave off the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. They had runners in scoring position. Bring us to the bottom of the third inning. And back to the top of the order bottom of the third, and it will bring us to Tolbert, Abshire, and Garrett. Folks, stick around. More action to come here at Bravado Wireless.
Stop by your local Bravado Wireless store to discover our current plans and promotions.
Well, dude, I didn't see anything.
We're Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
We're going VoLTE. If you're not on a VoLTE compatible device, it's time to stop by your local Bravado store to see if you are eligible for an upgrade. Any phones older than a Samsung 8, an iPhone 7, or 3G data devices all need to be upgraded.
Welcome back. We're to the top of the lineup. I got mixed up on my book. My apologies. We're to the top of the line at the Tigers. Wyatt Pierce will be leading off. Last time up, he reached on a throwing error. He'll foul this one off. As we're at the bottom of the third inning, so in the first inning, he reached on a throwing error and was able to make it to second, but he was stranded after the next three batters were unable to push him in. Started to show bunt. The ball bounced in front of the plate. Shot down to first base, and first baseman able to tag him out, or beat him to the bag, rather.
One out. That is shortstop. Cole Mahaney. Rouse on deck.
I'll bring up Cole Mahaney playing shortstop for the Tigers. He struck out last time up. Tried to bunt twice and then fouled off and then struck out. Nelson still on the mound for the Black Diamonds. First pitch in the dirt. Mahaney rips this one right past shortstop, and Mahaney will get on safely. So Mahaney will have a single. That brings Weston Rouse up to bat. Weston Rouse, left-handed hitter.
Batter's left-handed. And left-handed hitter, first baseman.
Rouse is playing first base. Last time up, he flied out to center field. This will bring a discussion to the mound from the Sallisaw coaches. He calls off the rest of the infield, just wants to talk to the pitcher and catcher. All right, with the conference over, got Weston Rouse up to the plate. Cole Mahaney is going, and he will slide in safely to second. Boy, that was close, though. That was a good shot by Lamb. The Sallisaw catcher nearly gunned him down. But that takes out the force opportunity. Weston Rouse rips this one right past first baseman. Mahaney could be able to score. Mahaney coming around home plate. Not in time. Mahaney will score. Rouse would have a RBI double with a shot down first baseline.
Daddy's home.
That'll bring up Gannon Sherrill.
RBI single by Rouse.
Gannon Sherrill was picked off trying to steal in the first inning after being walked.
One out. Batter's third baseman Gannon Sherrill. Talbert on.
Pitch to the outside. So Sherrill has yet to see a strike. And saw a strike that time. It's Creed Nelson. ball 3, so 3 balls, 1 strike on Gannon Sherrill. Outside, so Sherrill will take his base once again, and we'll have, or Fort Gibson will have runners on first and second.
Base on ball to Sherrill.
Brings up Nick Tolbert. Tolbert last time up hit a double and scored the Tigers' only run in the first 2 innings. Right down the pipe at Tolbert. Very little wind right now. Tolbert has 2 home runs in the tournament so far. His last hit went up against the wall. This one, and deep fly ball to third base. That will advance Weston Rouse to third.
Two out.
That'll bring Ashton Abshire up to the plate.
Runners on first and third.
Last time up, Abshire ground out to third base.
Garrett on deck.
Runners on the corners. Abshire fouls this one off back into the net. So Abshire is 0 for 1 from the plate. He's got runners on first and third. So runners on the corners. If Abshire can put this ball into play, particularly in the outfield, he should at least score Weston Rouse off a third. Runner going, and Sherrill will steal second safely as the catcher had to block the ball from going past him. Swipe at this one, be a foul ball back out of play behind the stadium. This one high, almost hit him in the head, and I guess it did. So hit by pitch, and that will load the bases up for Carl Garrett. Garrett last time had an RBI single, so Garrett can play big-time hero and add to the 2-0 lead for the Tigers.
Carl Garrett. Chapman on deck.
Carl Garrett. Before I could even say anything, I was waiting on the shortstop to turn a double, or at least tap second base. He bobbles the ball.
Life is good.
Garrett will get on by an error.
First on the error, 1 run scores.
By the shortstop that will score Rouse. Bases are still loaded, and up to bat is Alex Chapman. Chapman flew out last time, so Garrett has 2 RBIs, but reached this one on an error. 1-1 count on Chapman. Chapman being very selective. Three and one, now the count on Chapman. Chapman with bases loaded, 2 outs. And inside pitch will walk Chapman for a base on balls and bring home Sherrill.
Base on balls,
That
Chapman
will
will
bring up
run.
Hunter Branch, center fielder for the Tigers.
So now they'll have bases loaded, 2 outs. Batter is center fielder Hunter Branch. Pierce on deck.
Hunter Branch fouls off the first pitch, back out of play. Late swing on that one. Hunter Branch was going to give it a ride. Late decision. And ball in the dirt, runner will come in and score, and that will alleviate the pressure of a force as Abshire will come in and score on a wild pitch. That'll move Garrett to third and Chapman to second. That takes off the pressure of a force opportunity. So now Hunter Branch can relax just a bit. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes on him, 2 outs. Tigers have scored 4 runs in this inning. Branch fouls this one back out of play again. Takes a scoop on this one, and it will be a foul ball and caught by the first baseman as the first baseman and pitcher collide. So a fly out to first. That'll be out number 3. And the Tigers do pick up 4 runs in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the top of the 4th. Coming up will be Weispauter, Martin, and Warner for the Sallisaw Black Diamond. Stick around, folks. More action to come right here on Bravado Wireless.
Right now, more than ever, we're choosing to take the back roads and stay off of the beaten path. We're doing all that we can to avoid the crowds and the hustle of the city. While we know that taking the road less traveled isn't for everyone, it's where we feel most at home. Every turn down this road could be challenging, and much like you, we know the harder the challenge, the greater the reward. That's why each and every day, Bravado Wireless is growing our network further down the county roads and down the roads less traveled. We're making sure wherever your road may lead, you're always connected. We are Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's own wireless provider.
Saturday here at Carr Odell Park, Fort Gibson High School, Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, for the Fort Gibson Hilldale Shootout. This is your championship game versus Fort Gibson Tigers and the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Black Diamonds in orange and white. Fort Gibson in all white today. Up to bat is Tristan Weispotter. Last time up, Weispotter was able to reach base. This one will be a bouncer to third base and unable to corral it is the third baseman, Sherrill.
Potter reaches first on an error.
And that will be an error
runner on first base, no out.
On Sherrill.
Right fielder, Charlie Martin.
That will give Weispotter the first base. That brings up Charlie Martin. Martin last time up reached first base, says base on balls. Martin calls time, backs out. Pitch outside. Wyatt Pierce still your pitcher for Fort Gibson, and your catcher is Levi Hayworth. Check swing, Hayworth checks Weispotter at first. That'll be a strike. 1-1 to count. I believe that was a foul ball. 1-2 now the count. Hayworth having a word with Pierce. Runner going. Hayworth throw almost there in time, but Weispotter able to steal second. 2-2 now the count on Martin. Runner coming to home and will be tagged out, trying to take home plate. So Martin, a shot to right field, but the cutoff taken by Rouse was able to stop Weispotter from stealing home, and that will be out number one, as that's the second time that's happened to the Black Diamonds on the way to home, and they've yet to score a run. So they've kept them scoreless by protecting home plate.
Second base.
That brings up Caden Warner, first baseman for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. First pitch is a strike. Inside pitch, and Hayworth does not throw it as Martin steals third. Two and one to count. This one fouled off out of play. That will even it up 2-2. Drop third strike, throw it down to Rouse, got him, and so a drop ball third strike will throw Warner out at first. And then unable to get Martin as he came in, the catcher drops the ball.
That is number 17, Luke Pack.
And this one will be hauled in. And that will end the side. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on my book here. So anyway, Black Diamonds able to score 1 run. Finally, we'll cut into Fort Gibson's lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Fort Gibson leading 5-1. Coming up will be top of the order. Will be Pierce, Mahaney, and Rouse. Stick around more action here for Bravado Wireless.
No place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Big things are happening. As promised, VoLTE is here. VoLTE is voice over LTE, which basically means clearer calls, faster data, and better connections, and upgraded tech for all of our customers. Stay tuned for more updates. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Leading off for the Tigers, pitcher, White Pierce, Mahaney on deck.
Welcome back. Up to bat is Wyatt Pierce, your pitcher for Fort Gibson. We've had a pitching change for Sallisaw. Came in last inning. I did not catch, but at 17. Oh, and 1 to count. This one will even it up at 1-1 for Pierce. Gibson trying to extend their lead. They got 4 runs in the last inning, the bottom of the third, excuse me. This one high fly ball, and it will stay fair as Pierce will have a stand-up double. That'll bring up Cole Mahaney. Mahaney is 1 for 2 from the plate with a strikeout, a single, and a run.
Shortstop Cole Mahaney. Rouse on deck.
Mahaney was showing bunt, and the ball is in the dirt. Mahaney bunts down to first baseline, and that will advance the runner to third. So Pierce moves to third as Mahaney has basically a sacrifice bunt. Weston Rouse comes up. Last time up, Weston Rouse had a RBI double. He also scored a run in that third inning. Flew out in the first, so he's 1 for 2 from the plate today.
Carroll on deck.
Pitch, strike. Strike number 2. So wow, Rouse watched 2 pitches come right past him. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. So any kind of hit should score Wyatt Pierce. And Rouse ropes this one down to, it will bounce to the wall, past the right fielder. Rouse is going to try for 3. Here it comes around, and we'll have a stand-up triple. So a RBI triple for Rouse.
Don't worry. Daddy's home.
Going to bring up Gannon Sherrill with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. The last 2 times, Sherrill has reached base by a walk, and he scored a run in the 3rd inning.
Now we have a runner on third with 1 out. The batter is the 3rd baseman, Gannon Sherrill.
Ball goes behind the catcher. Rouse stays where he's at.
Talbot on deck.
Pitch inside, 2-0, the count on Sherrill. Defensive adjustment by Sallisaw. Everybody has moved in. Sherrill fouls this one off. As you can see, the infield for Sallisaw has moved in to try to take the bunt away from Fort Gibson. Sherrill's going to swing away. And a great catch. Weston Rouse trying to slide into home. Unable to find home plate as the catcher did a good job blocking it. So Rouse will get thrown out for the 2nd out. And Sherrill should have had 3rd base because it was not a dead ball and it wasn't called time or anything. The ball was still live. But Sherrill gets a double. 2 outs. That brings Nick Tolbert to the plate. And shot down to right field. Gannon slides in, and Nick Tolbert will have a stand-up double RBI as Sherrill will come around to score.
RBI single for Talbot, scores another run. We have a runner on second base with 2 outs. That is the
Ashton
right fielder,
Abshire
Ashton
up to
Abshire.
bat.
Garrett on deck.
Abshire was hit by a pitch last time up and ground out in the second inning. Starting to show bunt. Abshire slaps this one right past second base. Another run will come in for Fort Gibson. And that will be Nick Tolbert as jogs in down the third baseline. Abshire will have an RBI single.
RBI
Bring up
single
Carl
for
Garrett.
Abshire scores
Garrett
one.
has 2 RBIs and is 1-for-1 from the plate. He reached last time by a throwing error
Batter is
by the
left fielder
shortstop.
Carl Garrett. Chapman on deck.
Pitcher's going to check Abshire on first, trying to keep him honest. Again. Showing bunt. Abshire's going to go. He had to think about it, but he does go in, almost scorpions it on second base. But Abshire does steal second. Swing and a miss by Garrett, and it'll even it up 1-1. Abshire on second base, and that has alleviated the force out. Still 2 outs. Tigers have scored 3 runs in this inning, and should be a routine grounder. It is for the second baseman. That'll be out number 3 as the Tigers get 3 runs and will push their lead up 8-1. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. Coming up, be top of the order will be Cameron, Stevens, and Nelson. Stick around, more action to come here on Bravado Wireless.
I made the devil run. I gave him poison just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run.
There's really only one explanation for businesses who continue to thrive for decades on end, and that's a people-first mentality. Bravado employees live within our existing coverage area just like you. Our kids go to the same schools and play in the same leagues as yours. That's why so much of who we are consists of giving back to our communities, because your community is also our community. We are your family, your neighbors, and your leader in wireless mobility. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
We're going VoLTE. If you're not on a VoLTE compatible device, it's time to stop by your local Bravado store to see if you are eligible for an upgrade. Any phones older than a Samsung 8, an iPhone 7, or 3G data devices all need to be upgraded.
Welcome back. Fort Gibson able to pick up a couple runs in that inning, and now they lead 8-1.
Leading off Sallisaw, the left fielder.
Back to the
Brody
top of the
Cameron.
order for the
Stevens on
Sallisaw
deck.
Black Diamonds is Brody Cameron. Cameron has a walk in the first inning. That first pitch he will foul off. Walk in the first inning, and then had a single in the third inning. This one he will foul off. So Cameron needs to try to get something started for the Sallisaw Black Diamonds to get them back in the game. Wyatt Pierce is still the pitcher for Fort Gibson. Count is 1-1. High fly ball. Rouse tracks it down and catches it right on foul territory. So Brody Cameron will fly out.
1 out. Batter center fielder, Cole Stevens. Nelson on deck.
Rouse. One out for the Black Diamonds. Up to bat right now is Colt Stevens. Stevens has struck out both times he has come to the plate. He's playing center field for the Black Diamonds. Swing and a miss on this one will even count out 1-1. Stevens swing and miss on this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the center fielder. Pitch outside. Two the count. And struck him out. So the third trip up for Cole Stevens, and he strikes out for the 3rd time.
2 out.
So 3 of the 4 strikeouts that Pierce have thrown has been on Cole Stevens. And that brings up Creed Nelson. Nelson has ground out both times to shortstop. So he is 0 for 2 on plate appearances today. First pitch will be a ball. This one he'll hit to Sherrill at third. Sherrill will throw him out. So just like that, 3 up and 3 down. That'll be all for the Black Diamonds on that inning. That'll lead us to the bottom of the 5th.
No man left on base.
More action to come, folks. Stick around to Bravado Wireless.
Lineup for the Tigers: Chapman, Branch, Pierce.
Hey, you should have been here. Yeah, he broke the school record. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw it. It was amazing.
What do you mean? How did you see it?
It's on Bravado TV.
Let Bravado Wireless keep you connected with unlimited home internet plans starting at just $49.99 per month. Restrictions apply. See store for details. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Up to bat will be Alex Chapman, designated here. Chapman has had a base on balls, and he flew out in the second inning to center field. He will immediately show bunt, pulls it back, and will take a ball.
Now batting is the designated hitter, Alex Chapman. Branch on deck.
Two balls on Chapman. Two and 0 the count on Chapman. Make that 3-0. So Chapman, well, more likely will just sit and relax at the plate, looking for that walk, and he will get it. So Chapman, 2 times in a row, he will get base on balls. This will bring up senior senior Hunter Branch.
Pierce on deck.
Branch has flown out to center field and flown out to first base. And Hunter Branch attempts to bunt, will not stay fair, will roll foul. Branch has the speed to outrun the bunt. And Coach Sherrill will bring in a pinch runner for Chapman, and that is going to be Landon Nail.
Comes in at first
That'll
base.
make his first appearance for the tournament. He's been nursing some injuries. And Landon Nail almost got picked off at first base. Everybody here in the press box had a gasp. Landon Nail with a big lead. Hunter Branch still at the plate, 1 strike on him, going to lay down a bunt. This one was inside, and Landon Nail will slide into second safely as the ball goes out to center field. Nail will advance to third, and just like that, Landon Nail has put himself in scoring position. Hunter Branch has a 1-1 count on him. So let's see if Branch continues with the bunt or if he will swing away. Outside pitch to Branch. Count will be now 2-1. Inside, 3-1 on Branch. Inside, and that will walk Branch. That'll bring back to the top of the order Wyatt Pierce. Last time up, Pierce had a double, and he scored a run. In the third inning, he ground out to first base, and in the first inning, he reached on an error. No outs, runners on the corners. Branch is going to go. And they wanted Branch to go to second. So Branch will, in essence, steal second. Foul ball by Pierce as he attempts to bunt. Pierce up to bat. Sallisaw's defense has squeezed in, looking for the bunt. Pitch is outside. Showing bunt once again. Tries to lay it down and fouls it off. So Pierce will need to be swinging away now as swings away over right fielder's head. It will score. Branch and Nail. So Pierce swinging away gets a 2-run RBI. And that will be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, as Fort Gibson wins 10-1 over the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, for myself, I'm Eric Shannon. Everyone here at Bravado Wireless, thank you for tuning in. And be sure and check back often on bravadowireless.com and Bravado Wireless on Facebook. Check where our next event will be. For everyone here at Bravado Wireless, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.